שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני, שיר לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסחו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני. ספרו בגויים כבודו, לכל העמים נפלאותיו.
Walking in, we're going to get ready to greet Shabbat with Hine Ma Tovu Manayim, page 10. Everybody, let's join together. Hine Ma Tov Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. 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 Repeat after me. How good it is, how sweet it is,
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. Everybody singing, Hine Ma Tov Umanayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov Umanayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum.
Shabbat Shalom. Tonight is about celebration, about inclusivity, about freedom, about love of self and love of others. Our Torah portion, Korach, reminds us that it can be hard to stand up against established power and accepted norms. But as long as the agenda is more about the we than the me, speaking up for the truth is powerful and worth defending. But our hearts are also heavy. Just today, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of a group of Maryland parents intent on opting their elementary-age children out of instruction featuring storybooks that address gender identity and sexual orientation. Justice Alito claimed this is to protect the critical rights of parents to guide the religious development of their children. But as Justice Sotomayor wrote in her dissenting opinion, simply being exposed to beliefs that are different or contrary to your own does not amount to prohibiting the free exercise of religion. We as a Jewish community know more than many how important understanding, inclusion, and dialogue are to foster a world that not only respects but protects diversity in all its various shades. That is what Pride Month and Pride Shabbat are about. They are about visibility, about showing the simple humanity of all people, about creating safe spaces for all of us to be proud of who we are. So tonight, as we welcome the protective shelter of peace that Shabbat is meant to provide, let us celebrate love, leaning into kindness and openness to our friends and neighbors. Let us celebrate diversity, acknowledging how we are strengthened by our differences. Let us celebrate inclusivity, especially highlighting the music of LGBTQ+ composers during our Shabbos celebration tonight. By the way, you're gonna recognize most of these melodies. And so we celebrate Shabbat together, beginning with the illuminating power of lights. It's my pleasure to call up Carly and Kaden Abels to offer the reading on page 3 before we light our Shabbos candles together.
As these Shabbos candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehalikner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Turn with us, if you need to page 344 as we welcome Shabbat with the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, Shir Chadash.
Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God on the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and
us to page 20 as we prepare ourselves to welcome the Sabbath bride, singing Lecha Dodi, using a melody that will be familiar to some of you. Our own Michael Seidel, who is our regular cantorial soloist who subs when our cantor is away, wrote this beautiful melody. And so if you've been here with him, you know it. If not, the chorus, the Lecha Dodi, is very catchy, and you will pick it up in no time, I know. So we'll sing verses 1 and 2, 5 and 9. And when we reach verse 9, Bo'iva Shalom, we rise as a congregation. We turn to face the entrance of our sanctuary, and we welcome that Shabbos spirit, that Shabbos bride, that we experience when we join our voices in bringing that Shabbos spirit to life. So whether you're here with us in the Wolf Sanctuary or joining us from your own sacred space, wherever that may be, on live stream, join us in singing and celebrating, bringing Shabbos to life.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor bedimor echad, Ishmiyanu el hamilchad. Adonai echad, Shmo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekod habracha merosh mikedem, nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava tehila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Itoreri, itoreri, kiva orek umiori, uri, uri, shir taberi, kevod Adonai alai deila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Bo'iva Shalom, Ateret Bala, Gam besimcha u'betzola, Toch emunei am segula. Bo'icha Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
Turn to those around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Let them know you are glad they're here.
we remain standing for Baruch Hu on page 28, and we'll remain standing through Shema.
Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam ha'ed. Lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai.
Instead of joining together on page 30, which is our norm, on your service supplement, there is a prayer on the third page called Twilight People. It is one of my favorite prayers and fits perfectly here with Ma'ariv Aravim as we talk about the evening coming on. Our services are a little bit before the evening comes on. We're not yet at twilight either, but it is a beautiful, beautiful prayer of transition and how all of us fit into that together. As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight, for twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. All of us are twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. All of us have many identities and loves, many genders and none. All of us are in between roles, at the intersections of histories, or between place and place. All of us are crisscrossed paths of memory and destination, streaks of light and swirled together. We are neither day nor night. We are both neither and all. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May this in-between light illuminate our way to the God who transcends all categories and definitions. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted up into this twilight. We cannot always be defined. We can always say a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hayotzer et hadim dumim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who brings on the twilight. We continue together on page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Join with me. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated as we continue together with Ve'ahavta on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וכשלתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת.
Amen. On page 41, we join together in anticipation of Micha Mocha on page 40. Join with me. Sing the song of men and women, join in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Let's begin with the nigun. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai. Micha Mocha, who is like you from among the gods, Adonai? Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Mocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot tosef ele, nora tehilot tosef ele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zelianu ve'amru. Adonai Imloch, everyone. Adonai Imloch, Le'olam va'ed. Adonai Imloch, Le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar kivad Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo mi'ad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Instead of the quote-unquote usual Hashkivenu that we do, a special Hashkivenu in honor of Pride Month has been written by a colleague named Cantor Iris Carlin, and we have included it on the order of service today. It is so new that there is yet to be a recording. So maybe this will be the first one. Who knows? But they are definitely premiering it in
World
Washington, D.C.
Oh, but this is the world
So
premiere.
yes, maybe perhaps this is the world premiere. So I invite you to meditate on its words as I sing it for you. Hashkivenu Eli at night, let us rest in gentle light. Shelter us beneath your wings, where every soul is free to sing. We rise with pride in who we are, each one of us a shining star. You made us whole, you made us true, a sacred spark, a part of you. asleep and calm our fear. Hold us close and draw us near. Let no hate disturb our peace. Let love and justice never cease. Shelter us beneath your wings, and every shade your mercy brings. Protect us as we dream tonight, and wake us to a world made right. We rise with pride and greet the day where all are seen and none turned away. Blessed are you who helps us be a song of love and dignity. Let's join together. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Amen.
Page 44. We continue with the Shamru.
Veshamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Israel oti le'olam beini uvein b'nei Israel oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshameru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Veshameru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam.
We rise for the tefillah on page 46.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi Yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai. Eloheinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibod ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לפני פניכם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
You may be seated. On the bottom of page 55, we read responsively. Page 55. Disturb us, Adonai, ruffle us from our complacency, make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans.
Shock us, Adonai, deny to us the false Shabbat which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred.
Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears.
Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality.
Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch Ata Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat, on page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch Ata Adonai, She'otecha levarecha b'yirah na'avod. On page 58, we offer our prayer for Thanksgiving together. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and a God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. On page 60, we sing together our prayer for peace, Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam, tasim leolam, tasim leolam, tasim leolam.
Having offered prayers for peace in the world, we now take a moment to offer prayers of peace, of wholeness, and healing for those in our lives and our community and beyond who face the future not fully whole. If there's someone in your life, someone you hold in your heart, someone on your mind in need of healing, I invite you to think about them now and close your eyes if you wish, so that you might whisper their names out loud. Strengthened by each other's presence, our prayers linked together. We offer prayers of healing for those in our own lives, in our community, those listed in our order of service, those in the greater community and beyond. We turn to page 253 to share in Mishaberach our prayer for healing.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We now turn to a prayer for peace for Israel, peace between Israel and its neighbors. You can find the text of our communal prayer in your order of service, and we invite you, if able, to rise physically to join with us in this prayer of solidarity. Rock and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, the dawning of our redemption. Shield it with your compassion and spread over it the sukkah of your shalom. Compel its leaders to act for the good of all who dwell in your holy land. Grant them sound minds, courageous hearts, and compassionate souls as they navigate the treacherous terrain of conflict and terror, war and destruction. Freer of the captives and binder of their wounds, be with those who remain in captivity and console their families. Give them strength to endure and speedily send them home. May the image of their faces remain in our hearts. Master of compassion, bring security and peace to all those who are vulnerable. Comfort all who are displaced and suffering. Protect the innocent wherever they may be, in Israel and Gaza and throughout the Middle East. May we never lose sight of their humanity and the spark of God's presence in us all. Holy One of blessing, may the leaders of the world put their people before power and reach for compromise before conflict. Uproot the hatred, animosity, and distrust of all those who would do harm and replace them with love and kinship, so that all the peoples who dwell in your holy land find safety and sustenance, quiet and contentment, and an abundance of everlasting peace. Amen.
Amen. And as we are committed to praying for the speedy and safe return of our brothers and sisters who are being held hostage in Gaza, we continue together at the bottom of the page with Achenu. Achenu kol Beit Israel. Achenu kol Beit Israel. Hanetunim betzara, betzara uvashivya, haomdim ben bayam uben bayabasham. Hamakom yerachem, yerachem aleichem, veyotziei mitzara, liravacha, umeafel aleora, umishibu legula hashta, magala uvizmana karif, hashta bagala uvizmana karif. Together, as for our brothers and sisters, the whole house of Israel, who are given over to trouble or captivity, whether they abide on the sea or on the dry land, may the all-present have mercy upon them and bring them forth from trouble to enlargement, from darkness to light, and from subjection to redemption, now speedily and at a near time. Venomar. Amen.
We invite you to take your seats and take a few moments for yourself, for your own personal prayers.
We come out of the silence with words of gratitude, being grateful to God for making so many glorious things in this world, but most importantly, making us exactly who we need to be, exactly who we are. Modim anachnu lach, page 58. Anachnu lach, she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avoteinu, ואימותינו לעולם ועד. מודים אנחנו לך, צור חיינו, מגן אישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. מודים אנחנו לך לעולם ועד. For the sun that rises in the east, for the seas that roar in prayer, for the stillness of a snowfall, for the breath of autumn air, for the grasp within my fingers, for a mind that makes me whole, for the voice that God has given me to speak the truth within my soul. Modim אנחנו לך, modim אנחנו לך, modim אנחנו לך לעולם ועד.
Tonight, we are delighted to welcome Joy Villarreal Belford as our special Pride Shabbat speaker. She is the Southwest Education and Training Manager for Keshet, an organization, come on up, an organization that works for the full equality of LGBTQ plus Jews and their families in Jewish life. Keshet's mission is to strengthen Jewish communities by equipping Jewish organizations with the skills and knowledge to build LGBTQ plus affirming communities, create spaces in which all queer Jewish youth feel seen and valued, and advance LGBTQ plus rights nationwide. Joy is a third-generation Texan and a native Houstonian who still calls Texas home. No, it's okay, it's good. We have a lot of Houstonians here too, it's okay. They realized that San Antonio was the place to be, okay. She holds a bachelor's degree in psychology, a master's degree in counseling, and a certificate in diversity, equity, and inclusion. With a deep commitment to advocacy, she has been championing queer rights since the 1990s when she first came out as a teenager. Throughout her career in behavioral health, Joy has worked tirelessly to support marginalized communities, and she brings her compassion, wealth of experience, and vision for a more inclusive and just future to her work at Keshet. We're delighted to have you here, Joy, as our Pride Shabbat speaker tonight.
Thank you so much. And don't let these pieces of paper, it's big font. Don't worry, I'm not going to stand up here forever talking. Got to put it big so I can read what I'm saying. So like she said, I'm Joy, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm so happy to be here with you on this beautiful Shabbat. 2 years ago, my wife Annie, our son Lev, and I traveled to downtown Houston for the annual Pride Parade. We were going to march with Houston's queer Jewish group called Keshet Houston. If you don't know, that is the Hebrew word for rainbow. It was hot, we were tired and grouchy, and I am not exaggerating when I say that Keshet Houston was marching at the very end of the parade. And so we had to walk at least 1.5 miles, passing all of the other groups before we finally arrived to our spot. I did not have high hopes. But then we started marching. We wove Israeli flags and rainbow flags. We wore t-shirts that had the Hebrew words for love, and a klezmer band accompanied us while we marched. It was so much fun. Joy made tangible. Joy that filled you up, pride that oozed out of your pores. Connection with strangers that you have never met, but you know have your back. That was the epitome of Jewish queer joy. Maybe it is no mistake that my name is Joy, because that is exactly the focus of what I want to talk about tonight. Y'all don't know me, but some people know me as Joy, the wife of Rabbi Annie, active committee member at Temple Sinai, and big supporter of my home synagogue, Temple Sinai in Houston. About a year ago, I was in a dark place. I've trained as a licensed professional counselor, and I spent most of my career working in hospital administration. When my former position was eliminated, I started a new job as Director of Clinical Services for a local for-profit behavioral health hospital. This job was, to put it simply, soul-crushing. I saw children thrown away by their parents because of their sexuality or gender. I saw clinicians overworked and underpaid, and I experienced firsthand the challenges our underfunded behavioral health system faces. I would get home from work every day and cry. Then, my rabbi told me that Keshet, the National Jewish LGBTQ+ organization, was hiring, and they were hiring a Southwest Education and Training manager. So I applied. I interviewed, I prepared a presentation, and I was hired. A few months after that, I found a note that I had written down a few years ago, and it listed all of the characteristics of my ideal job. And my work at Keshet hits every single one of those. However, I did not really know that the best part of my work would be my coworkers. When I think about queer Jewish joy, I think about these people that I gather with regularly on Zoom, that I join with on staff retreats and trainings, and that I grieve with when bad news erupts, and that I celebrate with when we have something amazing to share. When I think about queer Jewish joy, I think about these people with all the different gender expressions, different sexualities, different shapes and sizes and abilities, and neurospiciness. And yet what brings us together is love and joy and a commitment to making the world a more loving and accepting place for Jewish LGBTQ+ folks. But tonight, I do not want to only talk about joy. I also want to talk about challenge, which we can find in this week's Torah portion. This week's Torah portion is Korach in the book of Numbers, and it tells the story of Korach and his followers who accuse Moses and Aaron of taking power and prestige for themselves at the expense of the community. Moses and Aaron were outnumbered by Korach and his followers, which I have to say feels a lot like what's going on in our world today. Just last week, the United States Supreme Court ruled that gender-affirming care could not be extended to transgender children in Tennessee. Cisgender children, which means children who identify with the gender that they were assigned at birth, are permitted to have gender-affirming care. So if a child is assigned male at birth and identifies as male, but ends up growing breasts, he can have those removed. But if a child is assigned female at birth and grows to identify as male and wants to have breast removal surgery, this child cannot. When we explain this to our children, we have 3 teenagers, they were baffled, and they just said this is clearly discrimination. And indeed, if you read the SCOTUS ruling, it is clear that they had to do some pretty significant mental and legal gymnastics to justify their ruling. 3 Supreme Court justices in their dissent called out these gymnastics and said the majority needed to, quote, call a spade, and called this decision state-sanctioned discrimination. And Justice Sotomayor, who wrote the dissenting opinion, made a rare and bold choice to read her dissent from the bench. Notably, she did not sign her ruling in respect, I dissent. She signed it in sadness, I dissent. These 3 Supreme Court justices are so similar to the voices of Moses and Aaron, screaming love and faith and hope, but being drowned out by fear and doubt and hate. And there are a lot of reasons for fear right now, I have to be honest. So many queer folks feel erased. But one thing keeps us fighting, one thing keeps us going, and that is our commitment to love and faith to justice and inclusion, and most of all, to queer joy. In 1941, FDR gave his State of the Union address and spoke of 4 freedoms that are essential to human life: the freedom to express ourselves, freedom to worship in our preferred manner, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. Now pay attention to the difference in the language here. We have freedom to express ourselves, freedom to worship, and freedom from want and fear. Freedom to is about individual liberty, and freedom from is about societal responsibility. Right now, so many queer folks are in a state of fear. Transgender folks report not being able to get passports because of the gender identity doesn't match their birth certificates. Families with transgender children are scrambling to provide appropriate medical care because they live in states with state-sanctioned discrimination against trans people. And some are even moving out of state so they can support their children. One of my dear friends had to do that. They had to move out of state. Queer folks that are married worry that that might be taken away because Justice Thomas and Alito have stated they'd like to do that. Corporations that used to support the LGBTQ+ community have rolled back their support and participation in pride events. And if FDR is right, and we have the right to freedom from fear, then our society is failing and failing badly. It's our job as humans and as Jews to stand up for our marginalized community. Much like the lesbian community came forward and stepped up to help care for gay men during the AIDS crisis, I call on the cisgender community to come forward and step up for the transgender community. I call on the straight community to become active allies for the queer community. I call on everyone to have open minds and open hearts, to choose love over fear every time that we can. And I call on everyone to lean into joy. Joy is resistance. Queer joy is resistance. Jewish joy is resistance. So raise your rainbow flags, show your pride, march in this year's Pride Parade. Take action by contacting your elected officials. Now my page is stuck. Educate yourself and stay informed. Educate others. Advocate for equity and belonging within your own community and organizations. Know about and share relevant resources. Organize your community. Know and use the power of your own language and behavior. Contact your local and Jewish media. Support queer and trans-owned or run projects and businesses. Donate money and volunteer time to organizations working for LGBTQ+ rights. And with every breath, this month and every month, spread joy. Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with Aleinu, page 283. I invite you to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגואלנו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו ושמו
seated. As we turn to page 291 for our memorial meditation, we note with sadness the death of Greg Aaron Gold, brother of longtime Temple Beth-El member Beth Keogh and Jason and Kathy Gold, husband of Monica Gold, father of Mao Kai Gold, Maya Gold, and Marcus Gold, uncle to many nieces and nephews. Funeral services will take place at a later time in Calgary, Canada. Our memorial meditation by Rabbi Richard Levy. It is hard to sing of oneness when the world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and naught but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were, in company with those we loved. It cannot help us find what each of us alone must now become. Yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and words, and what they did is part of what we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world, and each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one, whose life now ended, brought us closer to the source of life, and whose unity no one is alone, and every life finds purpose. Our thoughts turn now to those in our community and extended community as they remember friends and family members who have died at this time in years past. As we mark their yard sites, we remember them. Edna Barnett, Lillian T. Bernhardt, Lolly Black, Jeffrey Boyer, Mark Butler, William Austin Dougherty, Winifred Davis Dougherty, Oscar Ehrenberg, Al Gorbett, Milton Halpern, Rochelle Shelley Jackson, Nat Jefferson, Catherine Jeffrey, Bertha Katz, Elaine Laney Kaufman, Irving Kay, Harry Kovner, Diane Crape, Joseph S. Lest, Eileen Lydell, Leon Met, Christine Munch, Hans Newman, Hortense Ojeda, Sam Penner, Charlene Petlin, Suzanne Polo Panansky, Bill Price, Ossie Reisman, Marla Rosenman, David Sapadin, Sally Schatz, Howard Schechterman, Aaron Lieb Lewis Schnitzer, Ali Shapiro, Richard Simon, Anita Markham Smith, Celeste Barkin Swanson, Joel Tobin, William S. Taubman, Bickford Neil Umfress, Arthur Ungerman, and Florence Wagner. To these names, we add the name of one who was laid to her eternal rest this past month, whose friends and family are in a mourning period of Shloshim. We remember Michelle Doreen Weiss, wife of Ira Weiss, mother of Temple Beth-El member Daniel and Lauren Weiss, and Kelly and Blake Stewart, grandmother of Emily Weiss, Ethan Weiss, Austin Stewart, and Cooper Stewart. To all of these names, we add those which are in our hearts each and every day as we rise together as one community for Kaddish Yatom on page 294. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam ulmei almaya, yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha brichu, La'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, amen. You may be seated, as it is my honor to call forward Mark Eichelbaum, President of our Board of Trustees, to deliver tonight's announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us here in the Wolf Sanctuary or from your own sacred space. I'd like to thank Sisterhood for sponsoring our pre-Shabbat oneg, Carly and Caden for lighting our Shabbat candles this evening, Irene, Daniel, and Robin for welcoming us tonight as our greeters and ushers. And of course, special thanks to Joy for being with us this evening, offering that special devar, and for the important work you and Keshet do every day, and the joy and hope you brought us tonight. And here are some details and things to know about upcoming events here at Temple. This summer, we still have some very meaningful opportunities to participate in Shabbat services by reading or chanting Torah or by offering a Devar Torah. You can find more information in your weekly email or on our website under upcoming events. Enrollment in Beit Midrash, our religious school, is now open to students in preschool through grade 12 whose families are members of Temple Beth-El. You can register through your Shul Cloud dashboard or by using the registration link found on our website under Youth Education. Avoid the late fee by registering before July 15th. Join Temple Brotherhood for the Texas Hold'em Poker Night on Thursday, July 10th at 6 p.m., or you can come at 5:30 if you're like me and need a little bit of a refresher course. It's not funny. It's open to everyone, members and non-members, regardless of gender, so invite all your friends. Please note the event will be held at a private residence and the address will be provided upon registration. So be sure you sign up for this fun evening in advance. You can find more information and registration links for these and many, many other exciting things on our website or in the weekly announcements which arrive in your inbox around 4 p.m. every Thursday. We look forward to your participation in these community building opportunities. Shabbat Shalom.
Our closing song is One and Only by Josh Nelson. It is also in your order of service. We invite you to rise. Cantor is going to teach us the chorus, I think, so that we can all sing the chorus together.
How we come together further as a community is by seeing the godliness, seeing the spark, seeing the truth, seeing the humanity within each other, which is the theme of this song, which was why it was chosen to end tonight. And this is the chorus. Can you give me the right chord? A? Right the first time. So I'm going to teach you the chorus. It goes like this. Open up your heart. Let's try that. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. To all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight. Let no one be alone tonight. Before our one and only. Before our one and only. Before our one and only. If your God is my God and my God is everything, aren't we all part of one God? So let your God be my God and our God be everything, all along, part of one God. Let's try it together. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our Let's
one
join
love.
together. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. If your heart is my heart and my heart is everything, aren't we all part of one heart? So let your heart be my heart and our heart be everything. Oh, we'll all know we're all part of one heart. Everyone, so open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. Shabbat shalom.